Your breath is such a powerful determiner of how you're feeling, both physically and emotionally. It's something that's happening right now, whether you're conscious of it or not. It's quite amazing in that it rests on the border of the conscious and the unconscious. And while it falls under control of your sympathetic nervous system, similarly to your heart rate or your pupil dilation, it's something that you actually have a bit more control over. So this means that you can use different breathing techniques to help you manage when you might be feeling overwhelmed, anxious, out of sorts. So what I'm going to do is take you through a number of breathing techniques in a series of 7 more videos. So you're going to learn 7 techniques in total to help you. The idea being that while these techniques won't necessarily appeal to everyone, that there'll be a technique that appeals to you and works for you, maybe a few. Just to highlight how influential the breath is. Maybe you would even consider just even now putting your hand on your stomach and noticing if you're breathing into your belly. It might be the case that if you're listening to this while you're in the office or you're kind of going for a walk, you might even notice that the belly doesn't move that much. And that's kind of interesting because ultimately we have been learning to control our breath for ages. In fact, when we're having really strong emotional experiences, our stomach really tightens up and we start to control our breath as a way of managing our strong emotions and as a way of sort of limiting how those emotions might flow naturally through us. Because when we were little, we might have been in situations where we learned that experiencing strong emotional responses wasn't effective or safe. I can think back to trying to talk to a teacher in primary school and being so nervous and just really tightening and trying hard not to shed tears, sensitive little person that I was. And perhaps you'll have memories of this too. If not, you might notice that your body remembers a little bit. So what I'm hopeful for is that in these exercises, you might find a little bit of space and freedom to soothe yourself in a really simple manner, because ultimately the breath is not expensive. It goes with you everywhere you go, so it's something that you can utilize regularly. And it's a tool that I teach to a lot of my psychology clients, as do most therapists. And it's also something that comes up in a lot of yoga as well, using a different name there. We would call it pranayama. While I'll talk you through these 7 types of breathing, if you are really interested in it and you resonate with it, I do recommend Dr. Jeffery Rossman's book, Mind, Body, Mood Solution, where he guides you through different breathing practices in the framework of a really holistic, prescription, if we can call it that, or lifestyle intervention changes that you can use if you're experiencing a low mood. But without further ado, I'd like to leave you with this opportunity to notice your breath today, and I'll see you as the series progresses.